dayọ̀ mo dúpẹ́ ẹ̀wẹ̀rín músẹ́ lẹ́nu mi ọ̀rọ̀ mi jíjó no be mistake èmi mo láyọ̀ tí mo ń yọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mi tọ́pẹ́ torí pé ayọ̀ mi ti dé.
mo yọ̀ mo jó ọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀ mo dúpẹ́
mo dúpẹ́
ẹ̀wẹ̀rín músẹ́ lẹ́nu mi ọ̀rọ̀ mi jíjó
ọ̀rọ̀ mi ti jíjó sẹ́.
èmi mo láyọ̀ tí mo ń yọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mi tọ́pẹ́ torí pé ayọ̀ mi ti dé.
All around me, every time na testimony. Ẹ̀rín tí mo rí, ẹ̀rín tó lógo ìyẹn ní tèmi. Àwọn tó mọ̀ mí láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀, wọ́n ń bi mí pé there is something unique that changes me. Mi ò dẹ̀ hesitate, àti yá wọn sì bèrè mi ti dé. Ẹ̀rín tí mo rí, mi ò dẹ̀ fake inú mi dùn gan ni. Ayọ̀ mi lóde, gbogbo aráyé ẹ wá bá mi yọ̀. Mi ò ṣe níjó nítorí pé ayọ̀ mi ti dé.
ọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀ mo dúpẹ́
Mo dúpẹ́ o.
ẹ̀wẹ̀rín músẹ́ lẹ́nu mi
Ọ̀rọ̀ mi máa jíjó.
èmi mo láyọ̀ tí mo ń yọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mi tọ́pẹ́ torí pé ayọ̀ mi ti dé.
Ẹni bá mọ̀ ọ́nú o ló lè dúpẹ́ tó mọ ìyóre. Èmi tí mo mọ̀nú o mo tún rí mi rọ́gbà sí i. God no go shame me, he dey my back o. He no go leave me, na him dey guide me. He's my fortress. Ó yàn mí fẹ́, ó tún múnú mi dùn mi ò ní jábọ́. Ó yàn mí fẹ́, ó múnú mi dùn mi ò ní jábọ́.
mo yọ̀ mo jó ọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀
Mo dúpẹ́ o.
ẹ̀wẹ̀rín músẹ́
Lẹ́nu mi ọ̀rọ̀ mi jíjó, no be mistake. Èmi mo láyọ̀ tí mo ń yọ̀, ọ̀rọ̀ mi tọ́pẹ́, torí pé ayọ̀ mi ti dé. Ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti ń béèrè ire lọ́wọ́ Olúwa.
ayọ̀ mi dé o.
Ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti ń béèrè ire lọ́wọ́ Olúwa.
ayọ̀ mi dé o.
Ayọ̀ ti pẹ́ wey I don dey expect lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè.
ayọ̀ mi dé o.
Ire àti ayọ̀ tó kọjá ìmọ̀ òye mo tọrọ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run.
ayọ̀ mi dé o.
Ó ní pé ayọ̀ mi dé o. Ayọ̀ ìgbàlà lèyí jẹ́ fún mi àti ìdílé mi o. Èmi ṣàní sọ́mi Michael, ayọ̀ ni mo tọrọ lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè. Èmi ṣàní sọ́mi Michael, ayọ̀ mi ti dé, o ṣé Ọlọ́run. My story don change, yeah, mo ti ránu gbà wá. Mo ní ayọ̀ mi dé o. Ayọ̀ mi.
Thank you to everyone to joining us on this African Portal Radio this hour. We really appreciate every one of you that you are connecting with us on the African Portal Radio. It's Saturday here in Victoria, South Africa. It's 6 minutes after 12 o'clock in South Africa. In Nigeria, it's 6 minutes after 11 o'clock. In England, it's 6 minutes after 10 o'clock. And I welcome every one of you. It's going to be a great conversation. As we've been talking about it, we're going to be giving you some highlights about the conclude Afcon 2023 that's just ended last week, Sunday, on the 11th February 2024. I just want to welcome every one of you, no matter the country you reside and no matter where you are. And I will be joining from Abuja in Lagos, one of the legend, one of the great leaders of our time. John Fasanu will be on this broadcast this hour that will be talking to us about what is this last Afcon all about, especially the final match within Nigeria and Ivory Coast. What is your own expectation? And are you one of the people that believe that Nigeria can do better? Are you one of the people that believe that the performance is good, but the support is not enough. What is your view? Call us on +7 703 3584. Let me open the line to bring the legend in. The legend is back and it's great time on the African Pot. I'm so excited about this, to have this great legend with me, having this conversation on this program this hour. I'm so excited about it. Legend is here already in the studio that we're going to be having it together. Help me to celebrate this great man of our time. Ambassador John Fasanu is in the house. Ambassador, thank you very much for the pleasure of your time, and I really appreciate it. Out of your busy schedule, you give us this opportunity to have this conversation with us on the African Portal Radio. How are you today, sir?
Excellent. Thank you very much for having me on. It's still good whenever we're talking about football. It's just a pity that things didn't go just a little bit different. But still, let's still go on. We're ready.
Wow. I'm so excited, Ambassador, to actually have this conversation with you. People are talking about the last match on Sunday between Nigeria and Ivory Coast. What is your view about that match, and what is your take about it?
Well, let's talk about it, sensibly. Ivory Coast should have no business, really. And I'm not saying this, I'm not being horrible, I'm not being nasty. They have no business really beating a mighty national team like Nigeria because of the population. We have millions and millions of young, excellent young footballers who we can choose from. Ivory Coast don't. That's almost like in a small island. So we were all a little bit upset. I'm sure people know that many people actually died. Up to 4 or 5 people died of heart attack. So you can see how Nigerians take football. We had 1 or 2 excellent players. Stanley, our 6'3", 6'4" goalkeeper, was absolutely magnificent. And the keeper and the captain, again, excelled, and he was wonderful. But, at the end of the day, I've got to say, it's the coach's fault. It's nobody else, not the players, it's the coach, the technical way they play the game of football. So that's what I believe.
All right. I love that you mentioned that, because you are one of the people that I believe that you have more experience. You're a former player in England, and also you play for club in England. And you've been in this journey for many, many years. Over 60, you are still going strong. You still believe in Nigeria. You still believe in Super Eagle. You still believe that Super Eagle can do better than what they are doing now. Even though the guys they tried and make it to second, but you believe that that's final. That cup is for Nigeria. All right, let's talk about what you mentioned. You say the coach. Are you saying that Nigeria needs to look inwardly now to start using coach locally? Or should we still going out of Nigeria to be looking for coach in Portugal, in England, in other parts of the world? Are you saying that Nigeria should look inward and build within between?
Definitely. We have the players. And remember, we have the players who are now the older players, like myself, the legends, who can offer a lot back to Nigeria, the Super Eagles. Why is it that we look, and a lot of countries do, they look for Swedish managers, they look for English managers, they look for German managers, different. Why can we not take an ex-international footballer who has done his work, Kanu, JJ's, there's too many, and give them the job of manager? This is what the worrying aspect is. And equally so, when we Nigerians start to play football, we stop playing as a team. As individuals, we are absolutely fantastic, great stuff. But as a team, there's a question mark, always with Nigeria.
As a team, there's question mark always with Nigeria. So what do you think is the solution to this?
Well, I know what the solution is. I'm not even thinking it. I know what the solution is. JJ, Kanu, come here, you two. The book. Here. I want you to turn these teams into winning teams. We know We have fantastic players. We know that our players are wonderful individually, but as a
All right. I think we have a network issue there. All right. John Fasano is joining us live and direct. Ambassador John Fasano, the legacy is back. Is live here on the African Portal Radio TV. We are having conversation about the last Nations Cup. Ambassador Fasano said that Nigeria can do better. That Nigeria will have been the one to raise the trophy, regardless of the number of the people on the field. That Nigeria have the capacity and tenacity to take that cup and bring it to Nigeria. And it's also mentioned that it's time for Nigeria, NFA to look inwardly to start investing on the materials that we have in Nigeria. Nigeria is a country that we have a lot of raw materials. We have people like JJ Okocha, we have people like Kanu Wako, we have a lot of these great players that have done so well in the era of football that we can actually bring in as a coach to coach our guys. If you look at the past, Ambassador, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
Okay, yes. Let's talk about the past. Look at what happened 2013 during the time of late Stephen Kechi. We see how our team and Nigeria is actually gaining momentum, and we have a tracking record of the local being a coach and delivered. So when we are talking about this, you say you know the solution. You are talking about that solution. I just want you to complete that before we continue. What is the solution to this issue?
Let's put one or two players, ex-players, the legends. We call them the legends for a reason, because they are better than the rest. The legends. Put them in, give the job as manager and co-manager. Very simple. Kanu Wanko manager, JJ Akocha assistant manager. Now, everybody knows them. Everybody knows that they have spent many years in football. You've noticed I haven't mentioned my name. But equally so, John Fasanu should be in there as a coach, as a manager, even you're cleaning the floor, it doesn't matter. But what we're doing is we're selecting managers from Sweden, managers from Germany, managers from this way. Why are we not looking inward and using the talent we've got? It's not just on the pitch where our players are talented. Our older players have a lot to give back, and they understand. They speak the language. We understand Nigeria a lot more. How can you expect a Swedish man or a German coach to help and assist the Super Eagles? It's impossible.
It's impossible. So the solution to this is to look inwardly and just get the one of the legend. And there is a reason why we call them the legend, because they've been there, they've done it before, and they can do it again. The dream team, the dream team of the 1996 are still existing. They are still there. They are still strong. They can still help. Also, John Fasano, Ambassador John Fasano is also there. I was shocked, Ambassador, when you don't mention your name, because you are one of the people that Nigeria is looking up to say no. If to say we need a local coach, Ambassador John Fasano is one of the people that we believe they can deliver, and they have the experience. The skill is there. They are so skillful, and also the experience is there. Ambassador, let's look at now the way forward from the past tournament, which is Nations Cup. The way forward for the World Cup 2025. Are you seeing Nigerian team making it to World Cup? Or what is your advice to them, and what do you think we need to do at this point?
Well, I'm hoping and praying that we're going to make it to the World Cup. I think it's certainly doable. I think everybody in Nigeria, the millions of us around the globe, not just in Nigeria, around the world, it was a lesson, a very hard lesson, that when you saw the tears in everybody's eyes, in such a big nation to lose, it was sad. I don't believe we're going to make that same mistake. I really don't. I don't think we're going to make that the same mistake again. And I believe we're going to get the players together. So we've got one team and we play as a team, as a unit. We don't want players who are literally not affiliated to Nigeria. I'm sorry. And I say that because of myself. I know what other things we bring in. Let everybody from Germany, from England, from Holland, that's fine. That's fine for coaches. But not bringing in Swedish coach, German coach, the English manager. No, we don't want that.
All right, I hear you. Ambassador, you have a sport academy in Nigeria that you are running and is doing very well. You've produced a lot of great boys that they are also ready to, to leave the trophy for Nigeria. Tell us a bit about your sport academy.
Well, I could see when I came back home to the motherland 16 years ago, I could see that there was something here in Nigeria where we have raw talent. I'll say that again, raw talent. Now players everywhere, every player, every young man in Nigeria is a footballer, that's for sure. So I thought, let's get them and recruit these players and put them into the sports academies, dust them up, give them a little bit of training, and then if they're good enough, and if John Fasanu says they're good enough, I'll take you to Sweden. I'll take you to England. I'll take you to different clubs in Europe where I know that you are going to be able to play as a professional footballer with a salary. Getting a visa was very easy for me because of my name. So I've got 23 players in abroad now playing football, and some of them are some of the top players.
All right.
As an academy.
Continue, sir.
Yes. As an academy, and this is where we are nurturing the new players. And the players are coming up. Now I'm going to start saying, oh, this player came from the academy, that player came from the academy, this one, because most of the players who are actually playing in the England side today are come from my academy.
Wow. So let's talk about the recruitment. How do you get the guys to, is this the parent that just discovered that, no, this is John Fasanu Sport Academy, let me register my child, or you have a way that you are recruiting people to be part of your sport academy?
Well, let's first of all make it very clear. Everybody who has a child who plays football believes that that child is Pele, Maradona, that's for sure. So we have to now look at the player. I go through the player and watch him playing, watch him training, look at his character. Does he have a horrible little temper? Does he want to cry all the time? Is he good at this? Is he good at that? Once I see a player who is, in my eyes, complete, and I've played the game for 35 years, so if anybody would like to question my authority there, that's wonderful. But this is what I look for, a complete player who I know we can get on a plane, we can fly into England, and I can.
All right, thank you very much for that. I think we have a challenge with the network there. Are you there, Ambassador?
Yes, I'm here loud and clear.
Okay, continue, sir. You can continue.
Yes, when I see a player that I know can play, I take him to Europe. And I take him to Europe. We put him in a hotel for a few days, and within literally 1 week, the club will say yes or they'll say no. But we've been very lucky. Most of them have said yes every time.
Wow. I just want to use this time to call on the parents that know that your child, whether okay, let me first clarify this. Do you only take the boy child, or you take the boys and girls?
Let's be very honest. We've only had 2 ladies, but most of them have been young men.
Okay, all right. Okay, so but if you see anybody that needs to bring a female child, you can also train them as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We do 12 days or I do 6 days. Oh, yes, and it's hard training, one-on-one with Fash. And then after that training, I will now give you the verdict.
Wow. Wow. All right. Let me now use this time to call on everyone. If you are listening to this program or you listen to it later, you have your child, whether a girl or a boy, that is doing well in sport and have interest in football. Please, one-on-one with Fash is another great program that you need to look forward to and you need to grab. So call John Fasanu today. If you need more information about that, you can speak to me on +27703 3584. He's running a great academy in Sun City in Nigeria, in Abuja, and he's doing very well. I've been there. It's not that somebody is telling me. I've been there. I see it myself, and I know that he is a right man that you can take your child to train them to become one of the best players in Nigeria. Ambassador, I just want to clarify this. Are you focused only on soccer, or you go beyond soccer, you do other sports as well?
For now, we're doing just football because that's the number one, numero uno. But we are going to open it for a little bit of boxing as well. But, you know, the easier one is football. So at the moment, let's just concentrate on football.
All right. Somebody just said that question here to confirm whether you have other sports. I let them know now that football. You've been in the pitch for 35 years of your life. You've been doing this for 35 years of your life. And there's no doubt about it. You are one of the great legends of our time, doing so well, especially coming back to Nigeria to duplicate the idea and the lesson you get from England to train the African child and making them to become one of the great players. And another question just coming in now saying that, are you focusing only Nigerian child, or any neighboring country and other parts of Africa can also register at your sports academy?
Any neighboring country, anyone, as long as he can play football and he's of African descent, that's wonderful. That's what we're looking for.
Wow. You hear that? So the limit is not on your nationality. You can as well, whether you are in Mali, you are in Senegal, you are in Ghana, or no matter the country you reside, as long as you are African descent, you can be part of this great journey with one-on-one with Fash. The legend is back. It's right here on the African Portal Radio TV International, talking about the last Afcon and also talking about the way forward. And the way forward is for Nigeria to look inwardly and get the local coach. Let's build within our own house. And I can guarantee you we have a tracking record of that. The late Stevie Keshi do it and do it so well. And I believe that people like John Fasanu as well is there. We cannot have people like John Fasanu in the continent. And the continent is going outside this continent to go and get a coach. Look at what happened to Ivory Coast. The coach is actually one of the legends in Africa. And he does so well and he delivers. Even though Nigeria doesn't lift the trophy, it's painful to Nigeria. But at the end of the day, people still agree that no, the support that the team received from the host country is amazing. That a lot of people are on the field for the final. And some people say that CAF also needs to look to that final because Cote d'Ivoire doesn't sell the tickets to Nigerians. They keep the tickets away from them to make sure that they give the ticket free to all their people to be on the pitch. That is one of the information that we are getting. It's not been verified, but I don't know how far true is that. But Ambassador, I'm so excited that you come out to be part of this conversation. I really appreciate it on this Saturday morning. I know you're very busy. You have a very busy schedule. And I just say, let's come in and talk a bit about the last Nations Cup and also talk about way forward, which you already make it clear to us that there's no other way forward than Nigeria to look inwardly, get people, a coach like people like John Fasanu, JJ Okocha, and the rest. So let's look inwardly. Let's speak to Nigeria Football Association to try to look to this. I think this will be the way forward for us and for our country, Nigeria. Ambassador, you have one or two advice you want to give to the boys, especially those people that are looking up to you. You are the legend. A lot of people are looking up to you. A lot of young child today, a lot of African child want to be like you. They also want to do more than what you do. They want to achieve more than what you achieve. So advice for them, and also give them the golden word, golden advice.
The advice is never judge a book by its cover. And what do I mean? I mean, you have a certain player called J.J. Okocha. J.J. Okocha was not a name which was known in England. When I remember when he was playing for a club called Bolton Wanderers, I looked at him and I said, oh, look at this young man. He's from Nigeria. Oh, great. I'll take it easy with him because he's just come from Nigeria. And so that way he doesn't really know it. This man was amazing. He showed us tricks, putting the ball through our legs, doing things we've never seen before. And I realized this is where the best players in the world come from, Nigeria. And I assure you, when people talk to me, can you hear me?
I can hear you. We are with you. We are here.
Yes.
We are with you.
People talk to me, they say to me, John Fasanu, J.J. Okocha is Nigerian, and I argue with him, and I not Nigerian. I've seen a player before in my life. He is from heaven. End of story.
I love that. I love that. So please, a golden word for the young boys that is coming up.
Work hard. Don't look for the easy way out, and keep away from drinking, keep away from smoking, which is very, very important. Drinking and smoking, keep away from them. We cannot even give you one day if you do any of those things. And your character, don't look to fight everybody. There are battles you have, but sometimes you get knocked over, you get up and you walk away. Simple. That's very, very important. That's it.
I think that is one of the things that gain momentum on this just conclude Afcon. There's a lot of player that is so arrogant that there's a lot of fights that have to separate them. It's becoming something that is so rampant in African football that when somebody kick you or when you got hurt, you stand up and you want to fight back. I think that also is area that we need to address as well in our football in Africa, because this happened almost every match during this Nations Cup. So I think it's important that we talk about it as well. Ambassador, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. I don't want to plug it so much. Thank you so much for coming out to be part of the African Portal. Thank you so much.
We're looking. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. God bless. All right, everyone. That is Ambassador John Fasanu there that we are having the conversation together about the past Nations Cup. Three things come up on this conversation, and that is Nigeria needs to look inwardly to get the coach within the past, between our legend, and to also be the one in charge of our team, which is Super Eagles. That is one of the advice. And the second thing is that your nationality have nothing to do. If you are African descent, you can be part of the John Fasanu Sports Academy in Abuja, in Sun City in Abuja. And at the same time, he mentioned that if you want to be part of our team, don't smoke, don't drink. Those are the things that even if you do one of those things, we will not give you a day chance. So those are the principles for you to be to belong to that club. And at the same time, he also mentioned that you don't need to prove yourself, arrogancy, fight back. Those are the attitude that is not allowed in their club. And he also banned. He also talk about it that it's not a good thing for the players to be so arrogant and also want to defend themselves back. I think these are the very beautiful conversation that I believe that we need to put into mind, and at the same time we need to talk about them. It's 29 minutes on this program and it's 12:32 here in Victoria, South Africa. Let's go to the other side of the program. That's where you are going to be talking about the security in Nigeria. Few weeks ago, we hear about a king that was killed in the in Ekiti State, and this really is a painful story to us. And we have one of the family to this monarch that was killed that is going to be telling us a bit about what you know about him and how the family feel about this incident. Thank you very much, Ojo Michael, for joining us. I really appreciate your comment as well. Thank you so much, Ojo Michael. And also thanks to my leader, Sir Sam Ayuke. Thank you very much, sir, for your comment. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone joining us. I really appreciate your time. Okay. Apala tó wà báyìí náà labala láti máa sọ nípa àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ààbò àti nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ pàápàá lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà àti ní ilẹ̀ kóòtù òjíire. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan àjòjì ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wọlé sílẹ̀ kóòtù òjíire. Àti gbọ́ wípé wọ́n pa ọba aládé nílùú tó lọ́ba tó níjòyè nílẹ̀ kóòtù òjíire, níbi tá a ti ní agbára, níbi tá a ti ní ohun àmúṣọrọ̀. Ẹnìkan wá ronú lọ́kàn rẹ̀ wípé ọba aládé ló wá kù táwọn ó fi máa fi tayín, táwọn máa mú, táwọn máa yọ bí ìṣáná. Ó bà nínú jẹ́, ó sì jẹ́ èyí tí ó dunni púpọ̀ púpọ̀ púpọ̀. Ó dùn wá dénú egungun. A sì ń fi àsìkò yìí rọ ìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà wípé kán wá àtúnṣe sí ọ̀rọ̀ ajínigbé àtàwọn onísànmọ̀mí yìí ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Irú nǹkan báyìí kò tiẹ̀ yẹ kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nírú àsìkò yìí ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa. Ṣùgbọ́n kí Ọlọ́run kó jọ̀ nínú àánú rẹ̀, gbogbo ohun tó wẹ òkórí káàbọ̀ Ọlọ́run kó dájú wa. Mo lálejò pàtàkì lójú òpó ètò yìí láti ìlú Ọ̀tà tí wọ́n mọ̀ bá mi dá sí ètò yìí. Wọ́n jẹ́ ọ̀kan lára àwọn ẹbí tí wọ́n súnmọ́ kábíyèsí, lára àwọn tí àwọn ajínigbé yìí tí wọ́n dẹ̀mí wọn légbodò. Àì ní kábíyèsí kú nílẹ̀ kóòtù òjíire, kábíyèsí gbẹ́sẹ̀ ni kábíyèsí gbẹ́sẹ̀ kábíyèsí ọgbẹ́sẹ̀ ni. Ẹ jẹ́ ń fi àsìkò yìí gbé bàbá wa wọlé kí n gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ bàbá wa. Mú kí yín, ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí lónìí. Ire náà ni kó máa wọlé ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa, ojú òpó wọn ò tí ì wọlé dáadáa. Ayọ̀ ni kó máa wọlé ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa, tójú òpó wọn bá ti ṣí padà. Ẹ ṣe bàbá wa, ojú òpó yìí ń fẹ́ máa ṣe apá kan jà mọ́. Ẹ kí àwọn èèyàn wa ti ń gbọ́ yín lé.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ṣé mo lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí?
Ẹ lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí bàbá, àwọn èèyàn ń gbọ́ yín kétékété ní gbogbo àgbáláyé náà ti ń gbọ́ yín. Ojú òpó òun ń ṣe apá kan jà mọ́. Ẹ lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Ó dá ẹ̀yẹ wa ti ń gbá ní gbogbo àgbáláyé. Mo kì yín, mo nà yín lọ́gọ ẹnu. Ojú òpó wọn ló ń ṣe apá kan jà mọ́. Orí WhatsApp kọ̀ náà la wà tuntun kọ́ tì yí, kọ́lọ́n kó ṣàánú wa nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ojú òpó lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ wà, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ràn wà, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wò wá, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wo gbogbo tá à ń ṣe ká gbogbo àgbáláyé pátápátá náà ni mo ti kí yín pé ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ẹ kú ojúmọ́ mọ́, ẹ kú fọmọnìyàn ṣe. Òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ la wà yìí, òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí, òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ ayọ̀. Òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ ire náà ni kópin ọ̀sẹ̀ ó jẹ́ fún wa. Ire ní okójọ gbogbo wa rí. A sì ṣọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún lórí èkè pẹ̀ yìí, ní ọjọ́ ọlọ́jọ́ lọ. Ayé ò ní dẹ̀bi wa légbodò, ogun ayé ò sì ní borí ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa. Nílùú Èkó náà ni a ti lọ gbé àlejò wa wá ní apá ibi tí a ń pè ní ìlú Ọ̀tà. Ibẹ̀ náà láti gbé àlejò wa, ṣùgbọ́n ojú òpó wọn ń ṣe apá kan jà mọ́. Ojú òpó wọn ò fi gbogbo ara jágaraga. A ti ń tiraka láti gbé wọn padà wọlé. Tá a bá ti gbé wọn padà wọlé, àjọ máa ní ìfọ̀rọ̀jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ lọ. A ti gbọ́ ni pé nílẹ̀ kóòtù òjíire wọ́n pa ọba aládé ní ilẹ̀ kóòtù òjíire. Wọ́n pa ọba aládé. Ó jẹ́ ohun èèwọ̀. Bàbá wa, ojú òpó yìí fẹ́ máa ṣe apá kan jà mọ́. Ṣé ẹ ti ń gbọ́ mi báyìí?
Mo ti ń gbọ́ yín báyìí sọ.
Ẹ ṣe bàbá, ojú òní tì yín. Ẹ bá ń kí àwọn èèyàn tí ń gbọ́ yín gbogbo àgbáláyé pátápátá. Ẹ kí àwọn èèyàn wa tí ń gbọ́ yín. Kẹ̀dà kọ yín.
Mo kí ẹ kú àsìkò yìí ó, wá máa kí ìrọ̀kọ́ délé o.
Àmín Ọlọ́run. Àmín.
Ikú sọ́nà bí etí o. Nípa ọ̀rọ̀ kábíyèsí lójú ìtìná pa sí ní ọjọ́ kan náà. Tó súnmọ́ ìmọ̀tìmọ́ bíṣàn òun ní ọba ọlá Samuel Ṣọlá. Ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà Yorùbá lè máa ń sọ pé tó bá dà pẹ́ gbó. Ọ̀nà àtijọ́ náà ni kábíyèsí ń bá lọ pẹ̀lú ìjì rẹ̀ lórí lẹ́ṣọ́rà ní ti Àkúrẹ́ kó tó di ọba. So a wò pé kò ní ìsìnkú láti ìlú òun ní ìlú Èkìtì láti máa lọ sí Àkúrẹ́ lọ ṣe lẹ́ṣọ̀ máa padà sílé. Ó sáà pé ẹnì ó lè bá o ṣe fàáfà àdúgbò rẹ̀ wá sí ẹgbẹ́ ìgbésí náà tó wà lókè nípa pẹ̀lẹ́tì. Ẹni ọba kejì lọ́pàá láti ní eré àìkọ́lé lọ́dọ̀ pawó. Ẹni yẹn ló fẹ́ mú lọ sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ ló lè bá ṣe ìjàfà ẹ̀ ló lọ bá tó wà lọ́dọ̀. Ibẹ̀ náà sì ń lọ nígbàdá àwọn ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ lọ gba gbogbo. Àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta tó kọ̀ bá papọ̀ tí ó dàbí pé ìkọlẹ̀ ló wọ́n gbogbo ọ̀tá àkọ́tẹ́rù ìpínlẹ̀ jábọ̀. Owó tuntun àti dẹ́rù àwọn ọ̀ka àwọn mọ́tò àti ẹgbẹ́jì lọ́dún fún wọn àti gbàdó pé ọba ti gbogbo tètè kú ó lànà ó fi kú. Nǹkan ti yí padà láìpẹ́ ìṣe dáhùn bọ́tà pẹ̀lú wájú gbogbo ẹ̀ láti ṣe àjẹsára. Ìlú ìgbọ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá rí kí aláàjì ọba àkóbẹ̀ pa ọba àkóbẹ̀ lọ́lẹ̀ lọ́bẹ̀. Níṣẹ̀lẹ̀ lóhùn tí ẹ̀jú bẹ́ẹ̀ gbà láwọn lónìí kò sí wọ́n wá sílẹ̀ ọba ńgbà tó bá jí kankan àṣírí ẹ̀ mọ́tò lọ́pẹ́sàn fún bẹ́ẹ̀ àtàjẹ́. Bọ̀sẹ̀ ayé ti ta ayé ọ̀làjú. Irú ọba yìí èèyàn tó súnmọ́ mi dá òun òjò ìlú tó fẹ́mọ̀ ìyá àti bàbá ilẹ̀ ìkọ́sẹ́. Àná wa kò ti kọ́ ó bẹ̀ jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi. Ó ra ní nǹkan tá a máa ń pè nígbà yẹn fúnmà. Nínú ìwé ìdábọ̀ nínú ìdábọ̀ tó ọ̀rọ̀ wa wọ̀ dáadáa. Àti àdúgbò rẹ̀ ní sùúrù rẹ̀ tó jẹ́ àná fún mi. Nígbà tí a gbọ́ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ orúkọ là ń pe ara ń gbà yẹn Olúṣọlá. Ilé kan tó ń lò ó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo tẹ̀ tó aṣọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ó ti jù lọ sí ìlú ti lọ́ba. Mo sọ lọ́wọ́ nígbà tí wọ́n gbọ́ ìgbọ̀nà pé àná wa mà ti kú. Mo ní láti gbéra dáa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ṣe gbogbo èèyàn náà lè láìkè ìgbàdàn láyé ọdún ní gbogbo ìrọ̀rùn náà lọ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn.
Ẹ ṣe bàbá wa ṣe ṣì wá bẹ̀ ṣe gbọ́ mi.
Bí ìpínlẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ pé ẹni ìdá àná tó ń
ẹ ló mò ń gbọ́ yín ojú òpó yín fẹ́ máa ṣe apá kan jà mọ́ ṣùgbọ́n à ń gbọ́ yín mò ń gbọ́ yín ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan yóò lọ yóò tún padà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ láwùjọ so nígbà tí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àwọn tó jẹ́ sẹ́ńtọ̀ Èkìtì wọ́n wá ọba lọ́ba wọ́n wá ewu àṣàdájẹ́ kò sẹ́ńtọ̀ lásìkò kí ló lẹ́nu kò lẹ́nu ilẹ̀ ìgbìmọ̀ dàbí ẹ̀wẹ̀ bọ̀dá security tí ló ti kú lọ́wọ́ àgbàdo ọba aládé ló so ìlà ń bẹ àwọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wa owó lọ́wọ́ wa wọ́n ní gbogbo wọlé tó kọjú gbà ẹni.
Òwe ńlá ní pa fún ni.
Àgìdì ló pa fún mi kò sí ibi tó rìn fẹ́ wọ mọ́tò kan sì ẹ̀rọ àmàgà ẹ̀. O lè àwọn tébù kan tẹ̀ tó pé ó wá sí pàtí kan sí ọ̀rọ̀ ìbàjẹ́ ọlọ́run pàtí ní sí èèyàn kan tí àṣẹ ìdílé ní lágbára lórí orí ọ̀rẹ́ èkó pàtí ìbàjẹ́ àwọn òbí tó bóyá kan tó padà. Nígbà tí orúkọ ní pé kò sẹ́ni tó ń báyà àti tó ọ̀dọ́ nígbà àṣà ìfún nígbà ìsọ̀rọ̀ fún ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn ní bá ti dá lọ ra nǹkan bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé kò sẹ́ni tó ń gbogbo àìsíṣẹ́ mi sí kankan náà.
ẹ̀rù wá kún gbogbo ìlú, ẹ̀rù ń ba gbogbo ìlú, ẹ̀rù ń ba àwọn èèyàn láti jáde.
Ìjáyà ti wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́.
Ìjáyà ti wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́.
Àti onígbà àtàlejò ẹ̀rù private body. Ìjáyà ti wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Èmi tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀mí òun jáde kò lọ iṣẹ́. Báyìí máa jáde onígbà tí máa jáde. Ìyá pẹ̀lú aago mẹ́fà ìrọ̀lẹ́ kúrò tó wọlé fún oṣù.
Inú fún àyàfu làwọn èèyàn wá ń gbélé ayé báyìí.
Inú fún méjì. Inú fún àyàfu.
Torí àwọn Yorùbá bọ̀ ẹ̀yin àgbà náà lè sọ wípé atẹ́gùn afẹ́fẹ́ tó fẹ́ tó gbé aṣọ nínú ilé pé ẹni tó wọ tiẹ̀ sọ́rùn kó má ṣàfihàn pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí ó ti kọjá kèrémí. Zero level láwà kábíyèsí Elédùmarè.
Nàìjíríà wà dàbí bàbá àti ọlọ́pàá àti zero level láwà.
Bàbá kí wá lọ́nà àbáyọ kí là ń ṣe níbi àwa bàdé yìí kí lọ́nà àbáyọ bò.
Ọ̀nà àbáyọ tí kò ní bá lè ṣe òun náà lọ́ti ń pè ní ìgbésẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ sí kan ní state police. Ìgbé èèyàn bíi tiwa ló ṣe jù láàbò ìgbé èèyàn bíi tiwa tó tí ní èdè tí ọlọ́pàá ti lóṣù méjì bá jáde nílẹ̀ ní local government kankan tí bá mẹ́wàá àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó jáde láti ìpínlẹ̀ àti local government akara máa mú everybody àwọn tó ń wà sí ìdá wọn ní gbójú wọn ní sáwọn ọ̀dọ́ pọ̀ tó rẹ̀ láì jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ta.
Èyí lẹ́yìn rò pé ó lẹ rí bí ọ̀nà àbáyọ. Mo ní nǹkan tẹ́ rí bí ọ̀nà àbáyọ rí pé kí á ní state police. Àwọn nígbà kan wípé wọ́n tiẹ̀ tún jẹ́ kó yé wa wípé nínú ìwádìí tá a ṣe wípé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wà lára àwọn ajínigbé onígbèpè ṣé bóyá pé àtọ̀rìn wa mọ́ wípé àwọn ọmọ wa gangan wọ́n ti wà lára àwọn tí ń ṣiṣẹ́ bí.
Kò sí rọ́ọ̀kù kò sí ẹ̀yìn àgbàlagbà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pé bóòlù bóòlù ìta òjìjà. Àwọn Fúlàní wọ́n lè bàjá sí àwọn ìmọ̀ràn wọn ẹ máa tàwọn ní fún èèyàn wa ní júwe ọ̀nà fún wọn.
Àwọn èèyàn wa ní júwe ọ̀nà fún wọn.
Wọ́n ní bàbá eighty years láti Òkìtì. Olóògbé olóògbé tó fẹ́ lọ àkáàkì olóògbé tó bá wọn Fúlàní wọ́n mú náà 2 years ló ń bẹ̀ fún lóṣù.
Olóńṣagbódegbà fáwọn onísọ̀mọ̀mí.
Ilé ẹ̀ ló wá sùn. Ọdún máa gbọ́ sílẹ̀ ìfẹ́ máa fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bíréèkì ọ̀fẹ́ fún àgbà lóka lónìí. Bàbá ti nígbà tí àwọn ló wá mẹ́sàn pé bàbá yìí wọ́n lè fi dájú ní pípa náà.
Iná ti wá jó lórí kókó báyìí. Iná ti.
Ẹ lè ronú sí babaláńgá jẹ́.
Bàbá wa mo dúpẹ́ pé òkú lọ́wọ́ yín ojú òpó yín ò jẹ́ kí n lè gbádùn yín dáadáa bó ìfẹ́ gbádùn yín lójú òpó ètò yìí ojú òpó yín ò jẹ́ kí n lè wọlé sí yín lára bó ìfẹ́ wọlé sí yín lára àwọn ìbéèrè tí mo ní.
Network yóò gbádùn rárá.
Ó ń lọ ń bọ̀ ni. Bàbá wa ẹ bá. tìta ò lè jà bí kulé ò pani tòde ò lè pani ó làwọn Yorùbá wí.
àlejò tó ìgbélú ìgbélú kan kò lè mọ̀nà tó máa gbà wọlé ìgbà tó máa gbà jáde. àwọn onílé púpọ̀ náà wọ́n àwọn ló máa ń lọ ìwé olówó lọ́wọ́ ó nìkan lọ́wọ́ lọ náà àwọn fábílì ẹ̀ lówó wọn máa sanwó àwọn olè ló ti wà.
níbi tó tiẹ̀ tí wọ́n balẹ̀ lẹ́rù dé níbi tọ́rọ̀ Nàìjíríà wá dé báyìí wọ́n láwọn kankan tiẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti pàwọn fúnra wọn náà ń kíra wọn pé agbọ́lẹ́kìtì pé pásítọ̀ kan òun fúnra rẹ̀ ni ó lọ gbé rẹ̀ fáwọn ajínigbé tí ó sì wá mọ gbó lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ ìjọ kan wá gbóhùn lẹ̀. àìsí ààbò náà ni tí iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá tán bá gbàgbára fún iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá tí ọlọ́pàá ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ wà tí àwọn èèyàn táwọn aráàlú náà ń sọ̀rọ̀ sókè yóò gbogbo nǹkan yóò kásẹ̀ ńlẹ̀.
Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí president wa àtàwọn gómìnà àti ìjẹta wọ́n ń ṣe bíi
ọ̀rọ̀ ààbò yìí.
wọ́n ṣàtìní ọ̀gùn but níbi tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ wà fún sí nínú méjì wọn sẹ́ àti 50% of the assurance pé wọ́n máa dá kalẹ̀. kò sẹ́ni tó lòdì sí gbogbo gómìnà pátápátá kò sẹ́ni tó lòdì sí ìsìn gbogbo wọn ti fọwọ́ sí pé ọ̀nà ìdàkadì ló dá ọ̀nà dálẹ̀ tó bá dálẹ̀ wọ́n láì máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ security àdúgbò yìí nǹkan gbàgbé lórí tó ń gba Nàìjíríà àti àtọwọ́dà
ebi àtọ̀rọ̀ ààbò.
àwọn kan tó ń fojú Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
wọ́n pè bí ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn.
ọmọ Nàìjíríà ló ń ṣe sìmẹ́ǹtì ebi ẹ̀rọ sìmẹ́ǹtì ń sìn níta náírà ní àárọ̀ yìí a bag of cement ẹgbẹ́ ti di 10,000 ní Nàìjíríà bag of naira so òwò àwọn kọ́mọ́ máa wọ́n láti lọ sọ́jà lọ́wọ́ àwọn olóòwò wọn tí ara àpọ́sítù tó ń pọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ nìyẹn nípa jalè ẹni tó ń pa máa jalè kò sí ẹ̀rọ ẹnìkan ọdún àgbà tàbí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àríkẹ́nìkan ògbọ́n ní àmàlà tó kò sẹ́ni ẹni ìwọ́n fábíyì ẹgbẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún náà rẹ̀ tó bá ń jáde àtọ́ àjẹ́bìtì ìwé ìfúnjá sí ní tó gbogbo ẹni tó ti fẹ́ ìwọ́ra owó ti pa nígbà ọlọ́run bá wà fún ìkọ́.
bàbá wa mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín pé a pè yín ẹ wá sójú òpó ètò yìí láti wá ṣàlàyé kọ́lọ́n kó tẹ̀lẹ̀ fún àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ti jọ́ lọ nípè kọ́lọ́n kó sì jọ nígbà náà. ẹja fihàn pamọ́ ẹja fi pamọ́ èyí tó jù náà ni ipò ìjáde wá tẹ̀ ti ṣàlàyé fún wa tẹ̀ jẹ́ kí a mọ̀ nípa àwọn pé nǹkan ṣe ń lọ ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà pàápàá nílẹ̀ kóòtù òjìrè. Kí làmọ̀ràn yín fún àwọn èèyàn tí ń gbọ́ yín ká gbogbo àgbáńláyé àti àwọn ẹbí bàbá wa tí wọ́n ti gbéṣẹ̀ kábíyèsí?
Àmọ̀ràn sí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn pé èèyàn ti wà nínú lójú páílọ̀tà nígbàgbọ́ láti lè lọ ja ọlọ́run ṣe ìmáàmù everything lọ́kàn sí púpọ̀ ó sì máa dá lọ́dọ̀ fún ó sì máa padà dá lọ́dọ̀ fún ọkọ̀ náà ní ẹni tó bá mú ìsìn tó bá lọ jáde tán máa ń pa iná kò sí gbórúkọ bàbá ní òtí gbórúkọ ṣùgbọ́n àdúrà mi sínú ìdí Nàìjíríà ní gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ rọ̀ gbogbo wa pátápátá.
fún àwọn kábíyèsí ọba. Ojú òpó ń ṣe apá kan jàmọ́ mo dúpẹ́ pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wọlé sójú òpó ètò yìí ẹ̀yin tá a jọ ṣe tí gbogbo ẹ̀ tó fi dún yàtọ̀ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó ń pò ẹ̀yin tó ń wò wá ẹ̀yin tó ń ṣe ẹ̀yin tó ń láìkì ojú òní tẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa ní rí ibi sọnù bí òṣèlú ọmọ lára àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n súnmọ́ àwọn kábíyèsí tí wọ́n pa ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì tó súnmọ́ bí iṣẹ́ ọ̀ràn àwọn náà wà lórí àtàgbé yìí tí a jọ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ láti àtàárọ̀ ojú òpó wọn ò ṣe dáadáa ibi tó wà nẹ́tíwọ̀kì wọn ò dáa ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ pé wọ́n wọlé tí a sì rí ohun kan tàbí méjì kọ́ ààbò ara ẹni òun náà ní ààbò ìlú bàbá yìí tún sọ wípé ebi àpafọ́mẹ́kẹ́ polo ń pa àwọn èèyàn báyìí ní Nàìjíríà kò sóúnjẹ kò sówó nílùú gbogbo nǹkan le koko kí Ọlẹ́dùà kó bá wa sọ ìlú yìí kó bá wa sọ dẹ̀rọ̀ kó sọ àkókò yìí kó sọ dẹ̀rọ̀ kó mú gbàre wá ẹ wò ó gbogbo nǹkan dàbí nǹkan òṣìṣẹ́ wa dọ̀lẹ ẹni tí ń ṣiṣẹ́ tí ń gbowó oṣù gan nǹkan ò ká nǹkan mọ́ tilẹ̀ kò jẹ́ kí tẹnu ó kúnná mọ́ kọ́lọ́n kó jọ kó fi iṣẹ́ wa kó fi rọ̀ wá lọ́rùn ẹlòmíì ò rówó oúnjẹ jẹ kò rówó oúnjẹ débi tí ó rówó ilé ẹlòmíì ò rówó ilé débi tí ó rówó ilé ìwé kí Elédùà kó jọ kó rán àrùn sí kó rán ire àti ìbùkún kó rán sẹ́nì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ èyí tẹ́ wọlé sójú òpó ètò yìí tẹ́ gbọ́ wa lónìí mo sì dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹbí àti ará a sì bá gbogbo àwọn ẹbí àti ará àwọn kábíyèsí wa tó ń gbẹ́sẹ̀ tí wọ́n pa yìí àbáwọn kẹ́dùn ó jẹ́ ohun tó tini lẹ́nu gan láti sọ pé wọ́n pa kábíyèsí ó jẹ́ ohun tí ó bani nínú jẹ́ ó sì jẹ́ ohun tó dojú ti ilẹ̀ kóòtù òjìrè ṣùgbọ́n kílédùn àkójọ náà kó àtúnlẹ̀ wá ṣe kílédùn àkóbá àtúnlẹ̀ wá ṣe kó mú ìgbà rẹ̀ kó mú sọ̀ wá bọ̀ kí ìgbà rẹ̀ kó wá sọ́dọ̀ wa kí gbogbo ẹrú ọmọ àti gbogbo èèyàn orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà kárí ìgbà rẹ̀ kí àlàáfíà kó sì wà ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa ọ̀rọ̀ ààbò yìí ẹ rántí wípé ààbò ara ẹni òun náà ní ààbò ìlú ààbò ara ẹni làbò ìlú o tó bá gbọ́ nǹkan sọ́ọ̀ta tó bá rẹ́nìkan tó bá kófìrí ẹnìkan tó ń ṣe tí ò tọ́ kéèta tó bá rẹ́nìkan tí rìn rẹ̀ ò mọ́ tí ń rìn kése kéèta ààbò ara ẹni òun náà ní ààbò ìlú ẹ jẹ́ ká jẹ́ kí a fi ààbò ọ̀rọ̀ abo wa ká jẹ́ ká mú ní bàádà ojú báyìí òun náà ní alákàn fi ń ṣọ́rí ojú alákàn fi ń ṣọ́rí ibi ò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan kan wa ojú òsì ní tiwa a ní rárẹ̀ pẹ̀sẹ̀ sí o a sì ní kó sọ́wọ́ ajínigbé agbára ìdùnnà orúkọ rẹ ojúmọ́ ayọ̀ ojúmọ́ àbùkù náà ló mẹ́nì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa ní gbogbo ìlú tẹ̀ tí ń gbọ́ mi pátápátá mo kí yín mo nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu mo kí wọn nílẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀gbọ́n àga mo kí yín nífẹ̀ẹ́ ò dáyé níbi tí ojúmọ́ rẹ ti mọ́ wá mo kí yín lẹ́dẹ̀ mọ̀ kó rògbò ọmọ ajílá lọ́ọ̀ṣọ́ ọmọ adífọjọ́ gbogbo dára bíi èpè mo kí yín lọ́fà ọmọ ọlọ́fà àmọ́jọ ọmọ abíṣojú ọkọ̀ ìjàkadì lóró tọ̀fà mo kí yín Ìlọrin àfọ̀jẹ́ ẹnu dùn jùyọ̀ mo kí l'Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ibi tó ti ń jẹka tí wọ́n mú kọ yẹn kan lè mo kí yín Ọ̀yọ́ ọmọ àjọpá ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ọmọ Àtìbà mo kí yín o mo kí yín ká gbogbo àgbára yín mo kí ní Òṣogbo òròkè àsálà mo kí yín mo nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu mo kí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ Èkó arómisá lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ mo kí yín ní Abẹ́ Olúmọ gbogbo ẹ̀ ọmọ Abẹ́ Olúmọ pátápátá ni mo kí ọmọ Ẹ̀gbá mọdé ṣàbí ọmọ mo kí yín o mo kí nílẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ Adómadé ọmọ adìyẹ ògògò ọmọ adìyẹ tó bà lókùn ara òrókùn ara òrò adìyẹ mo kí yín mo nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu mo kí Àkúrẹ́ olókè mẹ́kùn mo kí yín o mo kí ní Làjẹ́ kí ní gbogbo Kwara mo kí ní gbogbo Kogi mo sì kí ní ká gbogbo àgbáńlá ayé mo kí ní gbogbo tọwọdé ìjà lẹ́yìn tẹgbọ Yorùbá mo sì kẹ́yìn tẹgbọ Yorùbá. To everyone joining us, thank you for the pleasure of your time. I greet you all no matter the country you reside. In South Africa, Dumela, Ashe, Moloi, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To everyone across the globe, I greet you all. Welcome to the African Portal Radio. It's Weekend Extra on the African Portal, where we discussing about the past Afcon. We have John Fasanu earlier on this program that talk about the last Afcon match and also the final match, and also talking about the Nigeria having our own coach within Nigeria. And that is one of the things that is getting momentum on this program. And at the same time, later in the program, we have one of the leaders in our community that is very close to the monarch that was killed in Ekiti State. It's very terrible and it's a forbidding thing, and also it's a taboo to hear that a Kabiyesi, the Royal Majesty, was killed on cold blood. But may all the departed soul rest in peace. I appreciate every one of you that believe in what you are doing on the African Portal. I thank you all for sharing our program, and I really appreciate every one of you following us. I celebrate you so much for adverts and for sponsorship. We need the sponsorship on this program for us to be able to continue. Call us on +277033584 is the number to call. Call us. Let's have a talk. Let's chat. Let's talk about it. Bring your own business to us. Let us advertise it to you. I really appreciate every single one of you. And I thank all my guests that come into the program. Thank you very much. Remember, tomorrow is Sunday. It's going to be a great time at Iyabe Restaurant. Iyabe Restaurant, all the road leads to People's Island Restaurant in Victoria, South Africa. And the good thing about them is that distance is no longer the limit. They deliver across this capital city, Victoria, Johannesburg, Midrand, and Ekurhuleni. You can call People's Island Restaurant at any time. Delicious food for your body is at People's Island Restaurant. Let's hear from them before we say goodbye out of this program this hour. I appreciate you all. Let's hear from
People's Island. Material 7,000 yards. Ṣe gba ọmọdé mú mo gún fóònù yẹn lọ́jọ́ tá à ń wí Ìyábẹ̀ ní ro kan ẹ jẹ́ n sọ gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ fún yín lọ́jọ́ náà lọ́hùn torí pléètì àmàlà kan péré mo fi ṣe gbogbo ohun tí mo ṣe lọ́jọ́ yìí o Ìyábẹ̀ ló díẹ̀ mi wípé mọ̀ yẹn gún wípé tí mo bá fi lè bá wọn gún yẹn tí ò lẹ̀ mọ́ wípé ń gba pléètì àmàlà kan mo bá pọ̀ rẹ́ mi Filipopo ló dé láàárọ̀ John ló wá gbé mi a sì mọ́ náà wá pọ̀n kùrùkẹ́rẹ́ bá ṣe ń lọ wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ nù bá ṣe ń lọ nínú mi ń dùn déèdì torí wípé mi látorí ìṣù àmàlà kan bá wọn gbókùn dọ́yọ̀ ẹ̀ràgbádà mi bíi tèrú.
My country people, how una dey? Wetin dey sup? Wetin dey play? Wetin dey shele? Na Iyabe restaurant o. On a come and see, on a low level, in a high spirit. We don't bring and come again as e dey hot. You know what they say? Drop it like it's hot. So make una just carry cotton wool clean una ear because the story we take come today na better informate. Una already know say here for People's Restaurants we dey give una hot anyhow way una want am. But this one we dey call am special Sunday. Wetin I call am special Sunday? It dey happen every last Sunday of the month. We no dey give pound, we dey give pounded yam. I mean say now we dey pound am. Amala gbegere na we dey go dey normally, but this way we go dey collect am hot from fire. As e dey hot, we get special fried rice, we get jollof rice, ofada rice go dey, ewa go dey, beans and plantain go dey, vegetable soup, moi for leaf go dey, waka corn protein, we get bush meat, we get assorted, catfish, tilapia, airfish, eja kika. That fish sweet past crayfish. I know they do.
Everyone listening to us, really appreciate your time on the African Portal Radio TV International. Remember, it's every Sunday. It's not last Sunday anymore. It's every Sunday. All the roads leads to People's Island Restaurant, Iyabe, the best of 2023 of the African Portal. Let's do it together. Thank you very much, John Fasanu, to come to this program to explain and tell us about what you think about the last Afcon 2023 that was concluded on the 11th of February 2024. I celebrate every one of you and I really appreciate you connecting to the African Portal. Kindly share our program, listen to it, love it, share it, sponsor. You want to advertise your business, call us on +277033584. This is where we're going to be drawing the curtain. I really appreciate it. I remain yours, Gary Olusan. Ojú òní ti wá ìbàjẹ́ òní báwa jẹ́ máa fàtìkò yìí dágbére ká kúrò lórí ètò yìí pé a máa bẹ ọ̀bẹ ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rà tẹ́lẹ̀sẹ̀ á sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ wẹ̀ ń bá ní amọ́kọ̀ nìkan láàní ilé bá ń lé o ó pọ̀ sí ayò pọ̀ sẹ́rẹ́ púpọ̀ èyí tẹ́fẹ́ sí pé tiwa lárugẹ èyí tẹ́fẹ́ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ èyí tẹ́fẹ́ ká fi tiwa náà ká fi pé tiwa lárugẹ iléeṣẹ́ láláyé ló kó kéékèèké ẹ máa gbọ́jà yín bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wa ẹ wá polówó ọjà yín lọ́dọ̀ wa bó ṣe máa sọ pé ẹ ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ń bá wọn lóde ìbànújẹ́ ìbàjẹ́ òní bẹ́ẹ̀ni kọ̀ọ̀kan wa tẹ́ ẹ bá róyìn ọmọ ní kọ̀ǹdọ́ pàdúwájú wa ìdípa máa ìṣẹ́ ló máa láìṣẹ́ mọ́lá lónìí bùkẹ́ tó fẹ́ lórí pọ̀npọ̀ tí rí bọ̀pọ̀ ire ayọ̀ àtàlájà pọ̀ abẹ́ni kọ̀ọ̀kan wa gbẹ́mí náà ni ọmọ yọ̀rẹ́ yóò lúdà ìlú sọmọlù ṣàkùtà Samuel Olùṣègùn sàmì náà pápá ọkọ̀ padà mọ́ ń tọ̀ fọmọkùnrin bọ̀ọ̀lẹ̀ ọmọ sísìn sàn kárí bíkọ́lé sí ọmọ oníyọjọ́ kó àti ìṣerùkù lẹ́lẹ́tòjò rẹ̀ láti lè yá mi èmi náà kọ́kọ́ dé ẹ̀kọ́ bàbá mi ò sí nílẹ̀ àjàsùn bá ń bẹ̀ẹ́lẹ̀ àdúgbò ẹ̀ràn ọmọ orí molúsì nìkan máa jẹ́ fọ́rọ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìjọba ti fọ́ ọ̀tẹ̀ ṣe tí ó jẹ́ nígbà tí wọ́n kí gbogbo òlú lẹ́ẹ̀kan wọn ò kí ìlú Ìbàdàn ní Olúyọ̀lé ibi olè ti ń jàre oní nǹkan ìlú Ìbíkúnlé alágbàlá olókòdó kẹ̀rí lójú ogun wọn ń lébọ̀ lẹ́yìn Jagunlabi ńlára wájú Ìbàdàn mọ́jà kan kára wájú lọ́rọ̀ ọkùnrin sẹ́sàmọ́sà ọmọ ayàyàmọ́yà ire lójú owó ríire lámàárí o ẹ lọ àlọ́dọ̀ yá bẹ̀ People's Island Restaurant ìbẹ̀lú dànù sí ẹ lọ jẹ̀gbádùn ayélujára ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ó dìgbà ó dọjọ́ mi ó dọjọ́ ó dàbọ̀.